Hey guys, Cyber Dragon here, bringing you guys part 4 of what if Deku was Carnage. I know you guys been looking forward for this part. To be fair, I do have other shit to do, but yeah, I figured I would do this now because it's not going to be a super long part. I'm going to have to get ready here soon to go. But yeah, last time we left off, we were at the entrance exam. Deku denied the offer to join UA, and him and Toga went on a little date. Not a mass murder spree, but just like a regular date, I believe I said last time. But yeah, so a lot of you did comment about me giving Deku the power to take other powers. One of you said as long as they eat him whole or something like that. But yeah, so let me do like this. He does need to get some DNA. To get the powers. So this is the first power I'm giving him. I want you guys to give me some ideas on what other people he should, kill / eat so that he can gain those powers. Like, what powers you guys want me to give him? So, yeah. I will work my best with whatever you guys say, but this is the first power. Deku asks Toga, hey Toga, can I get a little cut on your hand? She said, sure, but why? So, oh, it's something me and Carnage has been curious about. We figured we can alter my DNA with other people's DNA, and, well, if I'm right, since if you have a blood quirk, this might be easier to just do like this. She said alright, and he made his hand into the claw you see, putting a little cut on her hand and slithering some carnage in her. After a few moments, the carnage symbiote came out, healing their hand and going back to Deku. So, there. So, normally Carnage said we would need to eat someone whole, but since if you have an interesting blood quirk, I might be able to do this. And that is how I'm doing this. Anyone with a blood-based quirk, he can automatically just take, like, with the sample of blood. But if he needs anything else, he just needs to eat the person. So, there, now I have your quirk. So, really? So you mean more like? So, yeah, but it's altered. So, what do you mean? So, well, I can change small details about my looks right now, so that I can disguise myself, you might say. I can't do anything drastic like change height or something like that, but I can change hair color, eye color, small details on the face. But all in all, I more or less can alter all of that. Hold on a second. I can't really pause it, so you're just gonna have to see this. Display and brightness, right? Here it is. I knew I forgot something. Sorry about that. But anyways, she said that's cool. But what about my actual quirk itself? Oh, that's easy. I just do the same thing you do, drink some blood, but that blood will be permanently bonded to me, so I can change into them if I want to or not. She thinks that's pretty cool, and I was like, I kind of wish I had that ability. So, if we could figure something, me and Carnage can figure something out, we might be able to do something like that. Who knows? My quirk is very versatile. And that was just a little thing they were talking about. I'm doing something slightly different than most what-ifs. I'm going to go into Bakugo's perspective throughout most of the hero portion of the story, so we won't see Deku Carnage for a little bit. We might see him here or there, but we're still going to go to UA for now. We're at the first day of UA. Bakugo is walking in, being one of the first people there, or first few. He's not doing the same thing as in canon, he's he's trying to be more respectful. He's not in the mood to get yelled at by anyone, so he's just sitting there quietly, thinking like, man, if Izuku was here, like, so he would have loved to be here. Other people started to come in, and so eventually everyone arrived there. And I don't know who should be like the other person, so I'm gonna say it's Shinzo. Azara notices quirk, and he convinced everyone else to let Shinzo in class 1A. And he even taught him how to use his scarf and whatnot, so yeah. He will take Midoriya's place in class 1A. Once everyone's there, as I said, it took you, I'm going to say like the same amount of time as in canon. So 5 seconds to, like, yeah, I think it was 5 or 8 seconds. Like, I'm just going to say 5 seconds to quiet down. So, only one of you would really quiet, and it was that kid over there. Pointing at Shinzo and Bakugo. Those two kids over there. Pointing at Shinzo and Bakugo. Shinzo wasn't in the mood to talk to people, and Bakugo was kind of in his own headspace. Just thinking how Izuku would have loved to be at UA, and shit like that. So, now, we're doing a quick apprehension test, so put on your gym uniforms now. Umuraka and they're like, but what about orientation? Then they're like, I can run my class however I want. We don't need, and I'm not thinking orientation would be appropriate use of time. Now, stop questioning me and get dressed, or you'll be expelled. So everyone goes to the locker rooms. Everyone change. The scene with Mineta happens as in canon, so yeah. Then Aizawa said, no, since we don't have the original person who had first place here with us, we're gonna go with the person who had second place. And he throws the ball to Bakugo. Said, wait, why don't we have the person who was in first place in the next exam? He apparently didn't want to be in UA. He just wanted to show his skills. He scored so many points, actually. He topped All Might's old record. So, 2 times over. They're sharp. Someone that powerful did not want to be at UA. Do you know what happened to them? So, no. After that, we kind of lost contact with him. So, you know what I'm thinking? It must have been the boy who saved me. So, wonder why he didn't want to be a hero. Just a little thought in their head. So, now Azara's you there, Barco. What was your furthest throw in middle school? He says the same thing as in canon. I think it was like 67 meters. Okay, now deals with your quirk. Can do teach. And Bakugo charges up one for all. Full cowling, obviously. I said he got 10%, so yeah. He throws it with his quirk, causing a massive explosion, too, with it. And he doesn't need his gauntlets to do the certain explosions. He still does it so just in case. But he still needs to power it down at times. So, like, he doesn't want to kill anyone on accident. And since if he has one for all, like, since I'm thinking he will get, let's say, 2,000 meters. Since he got 753.2 meters, he gets more than double. And as I shows that, and everyone is shot like 2,000 meters. That's impressive. And Baka would let this, like, his old cocky attitude go through, like, his old cocky attitude would be here, showing like, yeah, that's right, I'm the best one out of this entire class, and none of you can say anything. Baka just shrugged it off, because he realized that cocky attitude got his best friend killed. Almost killed, and he's most likely assumed dead now, he thinks. So he doesn't want to be the old Bakugo like that. He wants to protect all of his friends now. And protect everyone. And carry on Izuku's dream. And since he has the responsibility of All Might as well, he's not wanting to go back to his old self, especially even now. And All Might himself gave him his quirk. And he just walks through the back with everyone else. As I was saying, now, you all think this is fun? Whoever is in last place, I will expel. Everyone's shocked. And Umar said, you can't do this. It's just the first day. As I said, yeah. So I expelled an entire class last semester because I didn't see any potential in them. I think they will allow me to expel one student off of here. And Baka is just still thinking in his own head, not really paying attention to what Aizawa was saying as much. Aizawa noticing this, like, I wonder why that kid is in his own headspace right now. So, we'll see what he does in this test and see if he's any worthy about this. Oh, the test continues. Everything goes the same as in canon, except for Bakugo doing way better. I think he might even beat Ida in speed, so yeah. He gets first in some and not in all. Grip strength, he doesn't get first. You can't beat that, and ball throat, you can't beat Infinity. He still gets first, second, or third in some of the race parts of the test, though. And he does better than in canon. Since if Deku was... since if he was actually in 4th, I believe, he gets first. And Mineta gets last. With Shinzo, if you're wondering, I will give him... Let's say since if he trained with Aizawa for a bit, he at least gets 10th. Or maybe 15th place. Somewhere around there. I'm not sure. He won't possibly be that highest student because he can't rely on his quirk, but he definitely does better than Mineta and Hakakure. And most likely others who rely too heavily on their quirks. So, yeah. As I said, that was just a clever deception to get you all to try your best. But, can I talk to Katsuki Bakugo? Bakugo, out of his head. Yeah? So, can you talk with me in private real quick? The rest of you, you're dismissed. They're all dismissed and wondering, like, why did he want to talk to him? And such. And they all kind of leave. Went to the locker room to change. Saying, yeah, Teach, what's the matter? Saying, you didn't really give it you all, but you're still pretty good. And I noticed you were in your headspace, so what is up? Saying, I'm just thinking of an old friend. And I do know a little bit about the manga. I do know, like, Aizawa had his friend, like, he's Kurogiri, and he apparently died and brought back to that, so spoiler for that, sorry. But so many people already did that to me, so I figured it's common knowledge at this point. So he kind of feels like a little emotion too, like sympathy towards Bakugo, saying, oh, what happened to him? And such, like, what happened to your friend? So he tried to commit suicide for something I and another person said. I regret that day ever since. I try to stop him from being a hero instead of helping him be a hero in his own way. So that's kind of why I'm here now. Originally, it was for me to be the number one and the best and have the best, like, be the best all around. I get all the money and fame, but now I'm changing my mind about it. I'm being a hero for his sake. And being like All Might. A hero that saves everyone. With a smile. Like he would have done it. And I was like, alright, kid. So, now go back and change. So, we'll have a busy few days and upcoming days. He said, alright. And walks off. He changes and Umaraka runs to him. Saying, hey, are you okay? Saying, oh, yeah. Ochako Umaraka. So, nice to meet you. Kosuke Bakugo. So, and to answer your question, yeah, I'm just thinking. So, thinking about what? Say, an old friend. A long time ago. Saying, oh, where is he? So, I don't know. So, I'm not really sure what happened to him. And I don't really want to talk about it right now. I'm sorry. If you're ever ready to talk about it, I'm always here. So, thanks. You did good on the ball throw, by the way. I'll see you next time. Okay, thanks. And she walks off. Seeing that he's really upset about something. She doesn't know what, but she's wanting to help him somewhat. It's the next few days. Bakugo and Umaraka kind of help form that little friend group that Bakugo and not Bakugo, but Deku and Umaraka originally formed. Minus Ida, because I don't know, I still don't see Ida interacting with him like that. Well, no way, yeah, Ida does run up to Bakugo and saying like, oh, you knew, like, you're a most superior student than me, sir, and such. Maybe I don't know if he would get the hero points. I did say Bakugo did get some hero points because he did want to be a better hero for the memory of, Deku, so he does get more in canon as well, and he does say some people doing that, and he said, you knew about the hero points, how did you? Say, I didn't, I just figured out what my friend would do. Friend? So, well, where is he now? So, I don't know. I'd rather not talk about it right now, so if you don't mind, I'd like to go home. Alright. Goodbye then. I'll see you tomorrow at school. See you too. And now we go to the next few days. They start to talk, and Bakugo saying like, maybe I could be a better friend to these two. Or at least to this class than compared to my old class. So he says try to be more friendly. It's hard for him at times. He's not even feeling right about it, but he's getting a better handle at it. Bakugo does talk to All Might at times, train with him to help him get more better handle on full cowling and such. And even seeing if he knows anything about Izuku or not. All Might says, we haven't seen anything about young Midoriya. But, so, they're going to write it off as deceased. It's been almost a year now, so in the next 2 months. So, at some point we are going to need to... They are stopping the search, but I'm not, until we find him. At least his body, if he is still alive. Bakugo is still trying to be hopeful about he's still alive and that. He knows he's alive, he thinks, but at the same time, in the back of his mind, he thinks he's dead. Which he isn't wrong in a way. The old Deku is dead. Carnage is alive. But yeah, so it's the day of heroes versus villains. Bakugo is just thinking Like, man. So it's this hard to be trying to be kind to everyone. It's weird. I bet Deku would have had an easier time than me, though. Oh, Izuku. If I say Deku for Bakugo, I will think like he's saying Izuku, because he doesn't want to think of that name for him anymore like that. But you will be surprised on what I'm going to do for him sooner or later, so... Then, All Might busts in like, I am here, coming through the door like a hero. Everyone freaks out. Except for Bakugo. He's just kind of like, man. Deku would have loved to see this. And he gets a little sad, like, but he can't. And Umaraka picks his up, like, why is he sad? Is it because of his friend he mentioned before? And I said, today we're doing hero versus villain training, so. But before we can do that, you all need to change into your costumes. Not only that so that you all can look the part of the hero. And they get changed. Bakugo's outfit, similar to canon. I say similar because he does do some slight modifications to it. What do I mean by this? Well, let's see. He doesn't have the gauntlets. He has the patterns for the gauntlets on his wrists, though. Like grenades. But he doesn't have the actual gauntlets itself. Since if he can create as big explosions with one fall as the gauntlets, he doesn't see the necessary for them. And I want to say he did find one of Deku's, like the notebook with his hero costume in it. He thought it was stupid, but he said wanted to honor his friend somewhat, so I'm gonna say he did get the same mask as Deku got, and like after a while of his other suit, so he incorporated a mask to it. So like a metallic looking mask, so of his new costume. So yeah, I just thought that would be a little thing to add here or there. Nothing dramatic though. So yeah. Always said, look at you all. So you all look like heroes in itself. Like the meaning of heroes. Now, we're gonna pull lots to see who you're gonna be teamed up with. Ida interacts like, excuse me, but what is the point of this? Is this really the best way to do it? All Might said, well you see. You don't get to choose who you get to team up with on the spot. Sometimes you have to team up with heroes you never worked with on the spot, so this is the most proficient way to get you know your students and fellow teammates and to experience this all. Ida's, I understand, sir. And it's not the same as in canon, like the lots. Instead, it is Bakugo and Umaraka versus... I'm gonna say Kirishima and Todoroki. Just because Todoroki like, oh, I'm stronger than everyone. Blah blah blah, that type of shit. Because he thinks he's number 2 hero's son, he will be automatically stronger. But Bakugo would be no, I'm better, but he like, think what you want, man, but if you think you can beat me with half your strength, then you're wrong. Feel like you have fuck work. I'm like, well, he doesn't want to say who, but you know, he doesn't say that yet. That's not going to happen anytime soon. And Bakugo and Umaraka are heroes, while Todoroki and Kirishima are villains. And I'm gonna say later, Shinzo and Ida are a hero team versus whoever, like Ojiro and Hakakure. So I won't discuss the battle itself, but I will say those, like Ida and Shinzo wins because you have a guy with speed and mind control versus a guy with a tail and an invisible girl, who I don't think he has any combat experience, so yeah. But I'm dilly-dallying, we should get to the... Yeah, okay, I have time to at least get to where I want to. We get to the point of Bakugo and Umaka outside of the building. They're waiting till to get in, and Umaka said, okay, what's the plan? And Bakugo said, I'm not really sure. If I knew my friend would know how to do this better, but I just don't know how to work well with people, so maybe you should try to come up with a plan. So, alright, so, but we probably should talk about this together. So, it'd be better if we work together on how the plan should go. I was thinking like, yeah, but still, it's still hard for me to work with others, even after this long of a period of this. I was never really a team player, you might say, at first, but I'm trying to be, so okay, then we should try to formulate a plan together. So, let's try. Bakugo said, alright, well, what do you want to... well, what should we do first? And this seems out of character for Bakugo, but remember, his best friend tried to commit suicide and his body has disappeared. He doesn't know what happened to Deku, if he's even alive, he thinks. But we all know he still is. Well, not the old him, at least. And Bakugo starts to think, okay, well, what would Deku do here? Well, for starters, I think he would try to think about that icy hot kid. And yeah, he will still call people by the nicknames at times, because you still have to have somewhat of the old personality of Bakugo in him. He will still get mad at shit, but he will also try to be more kind, considering what happened. More respectful. But it's still hard for him to. Yeah, well, I think that icy hot bastard will try to freeze the building over. I think that my damn friend would have considered considering taking him out first. Although that shitty head guy would honestly try to come charging at us because he has the hardening quirk. So I'll distract him. So you'll make him float while I blast him away, sending him flying. Then Yumi can go up to the bomb and take out that icy hot bastard. Or I'll distract him while you get to the bomb. Sounds like a plan? She knows, like, yep. And the timer starts. The building freezes over. Bakugo and Umaka goes to a window instead of the entrance. So, Bakugo just propelling himself and his explosions up there, and Umaka floats herself up there. They enter. They don't get frozen. It will just be... Todoroki just freezes parts of the building to make it more harder to get through certain areas. But since they're closer up to the building, so he doesn't have much defense, but he still has some defense through there. But since he's working with Kirishima, and Kirishima would be lead man, he would try to make it easier for him if they get to this certain point. Like the floor or two below where the bomb is at. So he still helps him there. The other floors, however, are fucked. like Covenant Ice, but since ever they could get up there, you know, they wanted to limit their options, so they had to go with Kirishima and Todoroki's bid plan. Which, they see Kirishima running toward them, like, time to take you two out. So, and Bakugo, like, confronts with assault. I figured, says, he would be that type of guy since of all his stupid man talk, like that manly talk. And Bakugo uses some explosions on him, and since of it are more high powered, they're actually kind of pushing Kirishima back. He only charges 5% into his explosions right now against people, maybe a little less. I'm not sure. But since in the sports festival, it's shown that Kirishima could withstand his explosions normally, but since of their one-for-all explosions, they're more devastating, so it takes him out a bit faster. Umuraka and him does formulate the same, like, do the plan they talked about for Kirishima, making him float and sending him flying. And they do wrap their capture tape around him. Kirishima, you've been disqualified. And Todoroki thinks, that was quick. Time to up this now. He freezes the surrounding area more. And yeah. Bakugo and Umuraka, well, Bakugo explodes his way all the way up there to make sure they don't get stuck or anything like that. Anytime there's ice forming around their feet, he explodes it. This is just to slow them down till the timer runs out. But they finally reach the bomb room, and Todoroki's like, took you guys you guys came here way quicker than expected. So I figured Kirishima could at least hold you on for a little longer, but I figured, it seems like I was wrong. So now, it's time to take you two on. And Bakugo like, bring it, Icy Hot. And Bakugo charges, Todoroki shoots ice, and Bakugo uses explosions. He then says, Umuraka, get the bomb. Like, round face, get the bomb. And she's running towards the bomb, but Todoroki's unworried because they technically have to touch the bomb, but since there's ice around it, they can't. And even if they can dig through it, or something like that, she can't really. Umuraka said, there's ice around it. I don't think it counts unless we actually touch it itself. Bakugo's like, damn it. Alright, time to improvise. And I'm giving Bakugo here credit. He is he is a good tactician in battle, so he does. I'm not gonna show what he would do, but he charges more one-for-all into the explosions to reach Todoroki, or make it look like that, but actually melting the ice behind him too at the same time. Enough so that it's thin enough to just break off a little, and Umuraka touches the bomb. All Might says, hero team wins, and Todoroki's surprised, like, what? But the bomb. And he noticed, like, most of the ice is melted. Like, not most of it, but, like, the area he was exploding at. Because Bakugo was going on all offense, while Todoroki had to go on defense. The heat causes the bomb to, like, the ice around the bomb to melt a bit, so Bakugo was named MVP for that, and yeah. I'm trying to rush through this to get to a certain delicious scene I'm going to tell you guys for the next part. And yeah. At the end of the day, Umuraka said, hey, Bakugo. So Bakugo said, yeah, round face. Like, so you and me were a pretty good team there. So yeah, I guess we were. So, you want to hang out? It seems like you have been down. So, you think, maybe another time, okay? Like, are you sure? So, might help you get your mind off of things. He said, yeah, why not? It's great. And Kirishima actually ran up like, hey, you two going somewhere? And said, yeah, I guess so. Say, great, can I come along? Say, sure, I guess. Said, thanks. Oh, by the way, you two were very manly during the exercise today. You were like, wait, manly? But I'm a girl. Say, I know, but you don't have to be a man to be manly. So you, so thanks, I guess? Not really sure if to take this as a compliment or an insult. And Baka said, you really have to think everything's manly? So, oh yeah. So that's all I'm all about, being manly. And those three formed that, like, original canon friend group. I would say Ida wouldn't be exactly in this friend group, but he will show up every now and again to be part of it. And they just hang out, like, go bowling and shit like that. I don't know, like, what friends would do. I would say Mina does tag along, because why not? And the class rep. Ida gets it because Baka didn't accept it because he didn't want to lead for this one. He feels like he needs to work on some shit still. Plus, Ida does the same thing as in canon. Or actually, no, wait. Bakugo does what Ida does, and like, he didn't accept it at first. But once the alarms went off, Bakugo exploded his way up to the area and telling everyone, shut the hell up. It is just a media. Everyone's like, stay quiet for a minute, and like, oh yeah, it is the media. And Bakugo said, Jesus Christ, we're supposed to be heroes, and you all acting so like, non-hero-like. We are in a school full of heroes. Hell, so I'm embarrassed to say that any of you could be heroes. Even you, the third years, who's beyond this point. So, he's mad at them all because he thinks Deku probably wouldn't freak out like this and try to be more calculated. And such. So, yeah. But he still doesn't want to be in charge of everyone. And that, well, actually, yeah, no, he does accept the position of class rep after that. After Umuraka said, hey, you were really good up there. So, why don't you take the class rep spot after all? And, yeah, I guess. Considering these lot of the, like, the people who wasn't freaking out was only us class 1A students. Oh, I could at least be in charge of that. Like shit like that, I'm not sure. It is the day of the USJ. So, Baku actually is class rep with Momo as vice, but Baku does tell Ida, like, you, Four Eyes, you seem to be wanting to at least be a position in the class representative group, so why don't you join with me? I prefer not to be part of the small details, so you should do whatever. Alright, Bakugo. So he's in charge of remembering the schedule and just the buses, like, to get there. Similar as canon, and Sue actually asks, like, Bakugo, like, what is your quirk? It seems like you have two. So, oh, well, I have an explosion quirk, obviously, and, well, I have a quirk that allows me to amplify my already powerful explosion quirk and my body, too. I think that's pretty cool. So, I'm not I don't think Sue would say he wouldn't be a good hero because of his attitude in this one. But I will say, you could be a better hero if you were more open to people. He'd be like, "What did you say?" Like, whatever. I'm trying to realize that, he just would exploded. Yeah, not any better. Whatever. Some people chuckle at this. And now they see Umaka sees 13. She's fangirling. Bakugo like, "Geez, you're really a fangirl for this stuff. It reminds me somewhat of my old friend." So he was also a hero nerd, but he might have actually enjoyed talking to you about 13. Sorry. Mark is like, "Really? He was a fan of heroes that much?" He's like, "Yep, he practically knew all heroes and all their skills." So, I do admire him for that one part at least. Even though it was a bit annoying, because he analyzes everyone's quirk. So, and yeah. So, wow, you're opening up more to me more and more lately. Well, figured he would possibly try to be friends with all of you, so I'm trying to fool him in a way. So yeah. And yeah, they enter the USJ. 13 explain how quirks can be dangerous and whatnot. Then the villains arrive. Ooh, this part's gonna be good. So, as all the villains steps out, the last few people who steps out, Shigaraki was the first of the main group to step out, then Toga, then Nomu, and then what shocks Bakugo the most. Oh, not what shocked Bakugo the most, but a guy in a hood comes out. Hood covering his face. And then say, "We are the League of Villains." And Aizawa like, 13, protect the students. And Aizawa goes down there, fighting some of the villains. And Shigaraki like, annoying villains. We not heroes. We don't even see All Might here. But Deku like, "Oh, don't worry, Shigaraki. We can still at least cause a little carnage to UA's reputation. Let me go up to introduce us to the students with me and Kurogiri here. And Toga can stay with you for now." Toga like, "Oh no, I want to meet the others though. So some new friends to cut up." It's like, "No, Toga. Let's wait till the actual fun begins." Like, "Oh, fine." So, Kurogiri teleports Pim and Deku up there, behind all the students, as they were about to, front of all the students. Kurogiri said, "We are the League of Villains. I hope you don't mind us entering this haven of hero society, this haven of heroes and whatnot. So, but we are here to kill All Might." Bakugo like, "To kill All Might? And who is this other kid over there? Who is that guy over there?" And Deku like, "Oh, yes, this is great." Just laughing maniacally. And all of them like, "What are you laughing at? What is he laughing about?" And he removes the hood. Bakugo eyes widen it can't be. And Deku starts grinning and laughing, so staring directly at Bakugo like, "Long time no see, Kachan. How have you been since last time we met?" And Bakugo like, "Deku?" Is that you? And that is where I'm going to end it. I know you guys are like, no, you're continuing this, bitch. Well, sorry guys, but I am the person for dramatics. Plus, I hope you guys like this part. I figured we can look into a little bit of Bakugo's personal life in UA at times. If you guys like that idea, this is just a taste of it. But I will be doing that more down the line, so we can look both in Bakugo and Deku's life. Mostly Deku, but for this part it was mostly Bakugo. Plus, during this time, I will say he did eat some people. I want you guys to tell me what power-ups he gets from, like, give me 2 powers he gotten other than the one he got from Toga. So, like, the best 2 I like, or the most ones I get most commented, or, like, get the most thumbs up, I will put as the new powers. I'll give you guys some time to decide on powers, and yeah, that will be it. Also, wait, actually, before that, Star-Lord will be ending, like, in the next few parts, too, so I can start the new series. I want you guys to comment down below the other 3 series I mentioned what I'm gonna do. This one person said, what if Deku met Toga early? I feel like I will do that later down the line of my YouTube career, but I got other what ifs I'm wanting to do first, besides the ones I mentioned. But yeah, so the 3 what ifs as I mentioned before: Anti-Venom, Shao Kahn, or Shang Tsung. No one commented about Shang Tsung, which saddens me, but understandable. So, yeah. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this part. What is Class 1A going... So... hold on. Why did... Alright. So... I'm trying to think. So... What will Bakugo and Deku do in the next part? Will Bakugo try to talk to Deku, or will Deku cut his head off? What is his 2 new mysterious powers he has gotten? What is that weird creature down there? So, will any of the 1A students be alright after all of this? And will All Might get there in time before anything bad happens officially? Find out next time if What If Deku was carnage. See y'all next time.